YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy ConcisetheBarber, and in this video we'll be doing a concise review on something that I never did before. This is a new product. Shout out to this company for continuing to keep giving us something that's a little bit different. So
CTB, you know who it is.
No more talk, let's just get into the STYLECRAFT FLEX SHAVER. All right, so if this is your first time here, the first thing I like talking about is the price. And for this shaver right now, you can find it on their website for $99.95, and you might also find it in other areas for a little bit cheaper than that. Other barber supply stores that probably has it around $89.95. But if you guys would like to use my discount code CONCISE15, you can save yourself 15%, and that is a good deal, especially for something like this. But let's talk about this price, right? They do have another shaver. It's called the Rebel shaver, and that one is $84.95. Nothing wrong. This is just $15 more, but I would have to say that I honestly thought it would have been around the same. Once I started using this shaver, I could see why they say this is a little bit more premium than the Rebel. So the second thing I like talking about is the power and battery life, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the power later in the video, but I will just say just a little bit quick points of the specs of it. So this shaver has 6,000, 7,500, and 9,000 RPMs with this shaver. It has a runtime of 2 hours, and it doesn't give us a charge time, but I'm just going to assume that it's around 45 minutes to an hour. I'll give it 50%, but 2 hours of a runtime between 6,000 to 9,000 RPMs. And to be honest, I have gotten a few questions about that, but we are going to discuss it a little bit more in the video. But let's get into the package. Let's see what comes with this shaver and see everything that is in this box. And if y'all know anything about STYLECRAFT, they keep the same box. This box looks dope. Love how it looks. Love the design of everything. Always colorful, but it does come with the shaver. It does have a protective cap on the shaver, and it comes with a power cord, and it comes with a cleaning brush. Simple packaging this time, not too much in the packaging. It is a shaver. It's not like multiple lids you can switch out with different colors or anything of that nature, but they just kept it as is. Just a shaver cap, power cord, and a little cleaning brush. And I don't know, let me know in the comment section if anybody even uses the cleaning brush for this shaver. I personally don't. Y'all might laugh when I say this, but I use a toothbrush for my tools. But anyway, I think that's a little bit better. Softer bristles gets between the stuff a lot better to me. That's what we have for the packaging. But let's talk about this design, right? So this is where we're really going to get into the meat of this shaver on why this is probably priced at a different price point than the Rebel shaver. So let's get right into this. As you guys see that this thing, it has a curved ergonomic shape to it. And to be honest, when you are holding this in your hand, it just has a nice curve to it that it feels good when you're using it. Like I'm not doing too much. My hand movement doesn't have to do too much. I don't know how to really explain it. You have to really use it to really understand what I'm saying. But I did use it both ways to see what way that I liked it better. And depending on where I'm at in my haircutting process or shaving process, that's when I like switch it out. But to me, I like the little curve to it. It's not like the biggest thing in the world, to be honest. That's like making this shaver crazy. Like, oh, this curve is everything. It's not that. It is a little different, you know, to be honest, but I have no problem with it. Also, like I said, with the design, I'm talking about this thumbprint right here, right? I like the thumbprint. I like the fact that no matter if I'm holding it this way and shaving this way or this way, I am going to be using that thumbprint. So they really made sure that we had a place for where we need to place our hands. I definitely think that's always a dope thing. And then right under that, you see the word flex. Definitely dope. You know what I mean? Can't even be mad at that. Like the logo right there with the power button. And then you'll notice with the power button, there is a minus and a plus. Minus is on the left side, plus on the right side. And that's where you rev up these RPMs. You minus, the lowest is at 6,000. When you hit the plus sign, it will go up to 7,500 RPMs, the second level, and then the third level is 9,000 RPMs. Definitely think that's dope. Also, this thing has a lock function. So basically the power button, all you gotta do is just hold it down and it will say 1, 2, 3, and it will be on, or you can hold it again and it will stay on. Hold on, let me lock it again, I'm sorry. See that? But if I let go, so that's how you use the locking function. Definitely think it's dope, especially if you're traveling a lot or you just put this in your book bag, which I advise you not to do such thing like that. But sometimes stuff can turn on in book bags. If you had never heard that before, it is actually scary, to be honest, because you don't know if a blade is gonna mess up, or you just don't know what's going on. It's not a good feeling, you know. So locking function is definitely dope. And then right under that, you have the digital LCD screen. It gives you the information on RPMs and also the battery life of where you're at. I like digital screens. I like to know where I'm at with stuff. I think it's cool to have a blinking light, you know, or 4 blinking lights and let you know where you're at. But a digital screen, for me to just see exactly where I'm at, oh, I'm at 50%. Okay, let me just go ahead and charge that real quick. Like, I like stuff like that. I thank STYLECRAFT for giving us that option. All of this stuff and just in one shaver, yo. I think that's kind of cool. And then right under that, you do have the SC. Everybody likes to call that Sports Center. They got the STYLECRAFT logo right under it. So that is basically the design, and also the back has like these ridges. It doesn't do anything. I think it's just more for like style more than just grip, but it's nice. All right, so when it comes to performance, that is my next section I'm going to talk about. When it comes to performance, for a double foil shaver, I will have to say that I think that is about to take the crown, and here's why. I'm not saying this is the best double foil shaver in the world or whatever like that, but all the specs that you get with this double foil shaver, and also with that cutter in the middle that takes care of long hairs, I'm going to talk about that, and I wanted to talk about it more in the performance section more than in the power section. When it comes to the performance, somebody asked me, well, what's the point of having 3 speeds, right? I'm gonna tell you exactly why I think it should have 3 speeds, and y'all might agree, you might not agree. When you're at 6,000 RPMs, I would definitely use that when I'm doing tapers. You don't need that much power to bald out a taper. And when it comes to mid fades, when I'm doing a mid ball fade, that's when I would use the 7,500 RPMs. It's not too loud. It's getting the job done at 7,500 RPMs. That is a great speed, great power. And then when it comes to the 9,000 RPMs, that is when you're doing a bald, when somebody has a bald head and they have a beard, or even they're taking off the beard, that's when you want to rev this bad boy up and really get all the work done and smooth out everything. To me, that is the best option and the reason on why to have 3 different speeds. And also, you don't always want something that is so loud. At 9,000 RPMs, it can get very loud, but at 6,000 RPMs and even 7,500 RPMs, it is a lot quieter. So to me, that is dope. And also, it might be, you know, for sensitive skin, but for me, those are the main reasons why I would do that. So when it comes to the performance, I would just say that this thing, double foil with the cutter in the middle, it's really smart. It's just really smart. Like, you can skip steps with this. You can, you know, done with things a lot faster. Now, I'm not saying that it's taking over all the shavers. It's just when it comes to double foil shavers, I like my single foil shavers. I like my Uno. I like my UV foil from Babyliss. I love single foil shavers. Definitely feel like I still need mine. But when the double foil, I do like this because it gives me the options that I would like to have in just one machine. So I definitely think that's dope. It definitely performs well. Didn't have a problem with it at all. So when it comes to my concise review, is this something that's going to stay on my station or not? I can honestly say that this is definitely going to stay on my station. Now, if you already had the Rebel and an Uno shaver, you probably don't feel like there's a need for this at all. But if you don't have either or, I definitely feel like picking this shaver up, it will be dope. It's under $100. With my discount code ConciseTheBarber, you'll save some money. But I honestly feel like this is a good shaver to have. All the specs that come with it, all the things that you're getting, I definitely feel like it's worth it. They have a few shavers out already, but this one is for double foils. I think this is the one that is triumph right now when it comes to the STYLECRAFT lineup. So that's my thoughts on the Flex Shaver from STYLECRAFT. Shout out to them. I'll see y'all in the next video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and you will see a lot more. Be blessed.
CTB. You know who it is.